Hi, Bob. If you want to start off by giving us your thoughts, we'll let you begin and then we'll take a couple questions.
Okay. We play a good first half, but you got to come away with at least a goal. And so we come in at halftime still with the idea that now it's going to take 45 more minutes to really keep pushing the game. And then we make two back-to-back mistakes. First goal starts. Pablo takes the ball. I think he rushes to try to put a ball to kick out towards Diego. Diego's able to take it down, but they've got two players around them, and we've done a really bad job of moving up as a group. We still control it for a moment, and then when it goes out on their left side, Sifu slides out. Latif gets caught. And when Pavon runs behind him, Latif doesn't do a good job. Tristan's too slow coming over, and then Pablo gets caught in no man's land. So it's a bad goal to give up, especially when we had the chances in the first half. And then right after that, Mark gives a bad pass and then just goes flying in, red card, and that puts us under pressure for the rest of the game. Second goal, Mo fouls in the corner, and then we don't recognize the possibilities on the free kick. There needs to be a little bit more experience at that moment when the ball is in that position of the possibilities. And then at that point, you just got to try to keep fighting. So the main message for the group is that in the moment when we are facing some tough times, everybody's got to really fight harder. So we had one big example of doing that tonight. That was Diego. He was incredible. He kept going. He kept going. After Mark went off, he had the captain's armband, and I was really proud of just the way Diego kept pushing. And now we need to have a team full of guys that can push and fight through a game at that level.
Thank you, Bob. First question is going to go to Vince LaRosa. Vince, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Bob, between seasons 1 and 2, one of the things you credited your team with was finding that ability to always move on to the next play, whether that be a goal scored against them, a referee's decision. And now it seems like that's maybe something that's lacking. So I want to know, how did you forge that, in between that time, and how do you kind of lose that and now try to find it back again?
Yeah, I think it's difficult to compare the first season to this stretch. There's a lot going on, and the mix of players is different. And so the main thing is the need for different guys to take more responsibility. Those guys would be Tristan, that would be Eddie Segura, that would be Mark, Diego. So as I said, I think Diego's doing a very good job, but we've got to have others, Latif, that now understand that when you're on a good team and you go through a tough stretch, they've got to be the one to push the others. And I don't think we've gotten enough from some of those guys in the absence of Carlos and Edward.
Thank you, Vince. We're going to go to Fred Altry next. Go ahead and unmute yourself, Fred.
Hi, Bob. How frustrating is it to suffer a loss like this? Again, it was your team failed to score against the Galaxy for the second match in a row, despite the fact that you guys came out 14 shots in the first half, nothing to show for it. What can you say to the guys up front, for instance, Rodriguez and Wright Phillips, who had some fairly decent opportunities there to put it away? They couldn't. And then again, as far as I know, goalkeeping's the loneliest spot out there on the field, but is it a matter of the goalkeeper and the defensive players and perhaps the mids coming back to
What goal are you talking about? I just described all the goals. So you just gave a long question. What goals are you talking about?
Fred, are you there? Not sure what happened there, Bob, but there are no further questions, so we'll end it there.
Okay, thank you. Who is that?
We're going to be joined by Latif Blessing here momentarily. Any questions for Latif? Please raise your hand. We'll go to Vince first. Go ahead, Vince. You can unmute yourself.
Hey, Latif. I know that being asked to switch positions is something we've talked about a lot with you, but you have a pretty good idea for right back at this moment. So what is it that Christian Pavone particularly brings into a game that maybe is a little bit different for the style that you want to play in a game?
I think first off, I just be marking him, can't get a ball by the second half. Just one mistake. They just load the ball on my head and you just get a goal. So it can happen in soccer, So we just keep going, It happens.
Latif, I'll ask a question here. What adjustments do you guys need to be making in training ahead of the next match coming up?
That's what I'm saying. We have to keep our head up,
Mm-hmm.
I know things are not going good, but, we're going to come back, It happened in football. So I think we're going to keep going. We're going to say to ourselves, we're going to go to training. We play on Wednesday. I think we have to win. So it happened. So we have to keep our head up.
Okay, thank you. We'll end it there with Latif. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We will send out a recording of this press conference after this call ends. If you do not regularly receive our press conference or post-game emails, please feel free to drop your email address in the chat and we'll make sure to include you on this one.